So now we're going to talk a little bit about netted pots and what they're used for. Netted pots are very useful for different types of systems. Mainly netted pots are used for hydroponic systems as opposed to soil-based systems. And the reason why is because it has all these little openings on the bottom for the roots to grow out. So say I was to grow this would sit inside of a bucket. Essentially it would be a deep water culture type of system just because of the way this netted pot is designed. So this would sit inside of a bucket. I'd have an air stone in the bucket, pumping oxygen into the water, and then the roots would just dangle down and grow down and bigger and bigger and bigger. So when it's done, you pull this out and this whole thing is just full of roots. The most common mediums used in these are hydroton, just because they have a lot of airflow in there, and this provides a lot of oxygen to roots and makes the plant grow very vigorously. And there's different sizes of these too as well. We have anything from a 5-gallon size to a 3-gallon size, a 1-gallon size. It goes all the way up the chain. Every single pot uses this just about the same metrics as far as size goes. So you have different style pots too. I mean, you got this little basket here, netted basket. This sits inside of another type of either aeroponics or something like that, like type of system like that. It'll sit in there, and once again, the roots will grow out. This would spray the roots and just get it what it needs, and it would just suck it up. There is no medium here. That's the reason why hydroton is the most commonly used medium with these things, because then you can just dump the rocks out, rewash them, clean them up, and then here you go, you're ready to start again. So it's very useful in that type of way. Throwing soil in this, probably isn't the best idea, just because the soil would just come out of here. It would be really messy, and it's just probably not the best idea to use soil in something like this. I would actually use either rock wool or perlite or hydroton. One of those types of mediums works well with netted pots. Another thing is that this type of pot is good for I wouldn't say like a deep water culture system or an aeroponic system, but I would say more or less for an ebb and flow system. You set this in the tray and the water fills up, and when it does, it goes in here and wicks and absorbs up, and the plant's able to eat its nutrients and its food and be able to get that. So a lot of oxygen provided to the roots and stuff, but an open bottom that's more open than normal pots, just so that more water can get in here, more nutrient solution can get in here to feed the plant. So this sits inside of a grow tray, and it'll suck the juices up like that. So there's different style netted pots that you're going to need for the different types of systems. So we have, once again, deep water culture system. This is what this kind of looks like, because it's got this ridge here, and it's going to sit inside of a bucket, and that's how deep water culture systems work. Aeroponic system, this can sit inside of another type of chamber that's sealed, that's closed, and it'll spray the roots and make sure it feeds it, and then the roots will grow out inside the chamber, and it'll be a nice, healthy, happy plant. And then this is more or less for an ebb and flow system, because this is all closed off here, but it's a lot more open on the bottom with this netted type of design, and this lets the plant get a lot more nutrients and oxygen to the roots that it needs in order to survive. So that is all for netted pots, and I'll see you in the next chapter.